Hey guys, and how's it going? Maniac Mower here. Got another video for you guys today. We are going to be looking at something I recently purchased. It's actually not fully mine yet, but I do have it here to mess with it and see if I can get it running or not. It is this right here. It's a 1969 John Deere 112 hydraulic lift. I have not had a, well, I've had a hydraulic lift if you count the one that had the yellow hood, but it really wasn't hydraulic because it didn't have a pump. This tractor, for those of you wondering, it actually did not look like this. For those of you who saw the video on, he actually changed his name, Mike, on Mike's channel. This is what it looked like. It had no transmission in it. It had no back fender on it, no seat, no rear wheels, no anything. It just was, it was a parts donor. Somebody recently repainted it, and unfortunately it became a parts donor and they pulled the transmission out of it. The transmission was pulled out of it, and a few other things were pulled off of it too, unfortunately. So if you guys don't remember the 110 that the round fender, the 110 I bought that had the round fender engine, we pulled that back plate and that transmission and we threw them on here. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep that back plate on here, but it's on here for now, or this fender pan. It's pretty much how I got it, all except for it's got a transmission now. We put that in yesterday, we filmed it. We had the 110 hanging up on the forklift. Let's see here. We are going to go on ahead and assess it. I really have not looked at it too much yet. I was saving it for you guys to look at and tell me what you guys think. So let's go on ahead and let's get into looking at it. I'll pop you guys in the tripod and we will take a good look under the hood and everything. So here we go. I decided just to hold the camera and look it over. Unfortunately, there is an issue with this tractor. I'll show you guys here in a second. No hydraulic pump. The hydraulic pump was robbed off of it. It's still got the lines though, which is good. So it does have the hydraulic assembly piece right here though, as you can see. So if I end up putting I do plan on putting a hydraulic pump on it, for those of you wondering. It still has the idler pulley and the belt. I didn't even know it had the belt. So that's good. It has the little shield right there. It's got the PTO. The PTO does work. I tested it. I have not looked at the air filter, but I did see some mice remnants inside of there, so I'm going to go on ahead and guess that it's probably full of mice and will need to come apart. I have not looked in the gas tank. The wiring looks kind of questionable though, so that's that for the wiring. Let's take a look inside. Don't look like it's got fuel in it. How does it look? I can't tell. It actually looks not too bad. I'd have to get a flashlight and look at it. No, that gauge don't work. I'd have to get in there and look at it. It smells like old gas, but there's no gas that I saw in it. Here's your, I think this is your positive, and this might be your negative. Where's the solenoid? I can't tell you. I'll have to look at it and find out, but I'm going to guess this is probably negative. I think that is negative. Yeah, that one's negative. So this one right here is negative. This one's positive ground. This is positive. This is negative. I'm not sure if it's positive ground or negative ground. It should be negative ground, but we did run across a tractor that had negative ground or positive ground, so I'm not sure. The wiring does not look all that great, but I think I'm going to trust it for right now. hook up a battery to it and just see if it turns over, see if it works and all that. One thing this tractor has, I'm sure you've probably seen this button. It's got a horn, and I'll show you guys that. What tractor do you guys think this should go on, the 216 or the 73? Take a look. It's got a horn. You're probably all thinking, oh no, that's not good. It does not have a front grille or headlight bezel. It did have a front grille when I went to look at it, but there is no front grille in it now. Engine is a Tecumseh. I do not like Tecumsehs, so not sure if that motor is going to stick around or if it's going to end up getting a Kohler swapped into it. For right now, it's probably just going to stay what it is. And then I have not looked underneath of it yet. It's got a good spring. Somebody used that 110 for pulling at some point, and it was double. It had 2 springs on it instead of just 1. So we left the double springs on it on the one pulley, the tension pulley. So maybe that'll help it drive and pull stuff. Maybe it won't. I might end up doing that on the 73 one of these days. So it's a 1968, 1969 112. Not sure if it's a patio or not. Somebody at some point had done some work to it. I'm not sure if that engine's rebuilt or not. I haven't really looked into it too much. I was kind of saving it for you guys. The engine, the front half is a 69, the back half is actually 68. That tranny came out of a 68 110. As you can see, this fender plate did too, because it has that fill tube. So I'm going to put that fill tube on here so that I can easily fill the transmission up if I need to without having to pull it all apart and all that BS. Yes, it's not politically correct, but you know, it makes things a lot easier than having to pull the tranny out and drain the fluid that way. The 68 has the same style of fill tube setup as this does. Let's go on ahead and pop that air cover, and we will see how it looks under there. It's also got a hydraulic lift hood. So isn't that cool? We're going to run that tag a little bit later and find out more about it. Not quite sure engine wise what this tractor is going to end up having, whether it's going to be a Kohler or a Tecumseh. More than likely it's going to be a Kohler swap, depending on how this engine is, if it's decent or not. I'm probably not going to keep it. I just don't ever have good luck with these Tecumsehs. Yeah, look at that. There's remnants of something being in there, unless that's just from mowing. But it looks like a pretty good filter. Take everything out of there. Yeah, I don't really think there's anything in here. I think that's all just from mowing. Mowing with it or taking it out and using it. Engine don't look too bad. Yeah, I don't see any oil everywhere, so that's good. Carburetor more than likely is definitely going to need to be cleaned. I was not expecting that to look that good. I was fully expecting there to be mice up in there. That don't look too bad either. We'll put that on. And then I'm pretty sure under the front cover, the front tin, it's going to need to be cleaned out under there real good. Let's take a look over here and find out. Here's our front tin. Let's just spin the engine around. Yeah, look at that. Stuff's falling out. So, yeah, more than likely. Yeah, I can feel it in there. So, this tin will have to come off and be cleaned out underneath. I'm not really going to mess with it too much until it's fully mine, because I don't want to put all that work into it and end up having it go back. The only unfortunate thing about it though is that the fuel is the the hydraulic pump is missing. If the hydraulic pump was missing, then I might want to get it running a little bit more. But right now I just really don't have the ambition to get it going at the moment. I do want to get it going, but that's kind of holding me back. That, and it's not my tractor just yet. It is mine, but I can't make myself think that until I have fully paid for it. So I guess we'll throw a battery in it and we'll see if the starter is good at least. Let me go on ahead and I will pull this front cover off of it and we'll pull whatever's underneath of it out. Let's just see if there's any bolts up here. I don't think there is. That one might. No. I think that one just goes into the block. I don't think there is. So let's go on ahead and we'll pop this cover off. We'll pull the gas line off and we will take a look at it. Let me go grab a 7/16 wrench. Try this one. There it goes. Let's see. Oh. That ain't too bad. Not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Now the cover's off. Let's take all this out of here. I guess we can spin it. That's not chewed, so that's good. I don't really think any mice were in here actually, now that I'm looking at it, because it wasn't very bad unless all that's just decayed grass and stuff like that that turned into dust over time. But I don't know. It did sit outside though, you gotta remember that. So let's go on ahead. I'm kind of reluctant to put a battery in it, but I think we're gonna put a battery in it and we're gonna see if it will turn over. If it turns over, then that's good. However, if it doesn't turn over, then we gotta look into something. Let me grab a battery real quick and I'll drop the battery in it and we will find out what it is. Okay, so I just dropped the battery in it. This is the battery out of the 68. I have not hooked it up or anything yet. This is gonna have to be hooked up actually. Well, maybe not. Here's our stator wire. I wonder why that's unhooked. I'm gonna hook it up though, just so everything is hooked up. Okay, what did we say goes where? I think this one goes to our solenoid, right? Yes. That one goes to the solenoid, so this is positive. I thought I did something wrong. Let's check. Oh, it ain't sparking off, so that's good. Let's put that on there. Kind of loose. Let's turn the key. Okay, it's not doing anything on the voltmeter. Ready? Let's see if it'll turn over. Actually, let me bring you guys back just a little bit so you can see. Ready? Let's find out if this is good. I'm gonna go ahead and guess the solenoid is probably no good, and also these are probably too loose or corroded. Let's find out. Ready? I thought so. We do have something else we can check. Okay. So that's not working. That's not working. I'm gonna go ahead and guess these are probably loose and probably corroded. They do look corroded and they do need to be cleaned up. I did notice that when, unless we have it backwards, but I don't think that's the case. So let me go on ahead and I will tighten them down just a little bit. I'll start with this one then. Maybe I should tighten it with it on the tractor. I do want to take these off actually and just clean them out real good. Let me grab a little piece of sandpaper. This isn't this isn't the grit I was looking for, but it's work. The weight makes a better connection. In reality, I'm probably going to end up replacing these terminals. They're probably not going to stay around. So the terminal is pretty clean. Let's get it put on here and tighten it down. I almost wonder if I need to flip it over. Maybe not. We'll see. This is my ground down wrench, so. Next will be the positive lead. This is the negative one. The key switch is hooked up. It could be the key switch is bad even too. I'm kind of worried it is. I'm hoping it's not. That wasn't good. Let's try it this time. Not that it'll change anything, but it never hurts to try and move it a couple of times. Let's pull the positive lead back off and clean it up. There is another thing that we could try. I'm thinking right now it's the key switch. I've had it happen before. And there, tighten it down. It could even just be the leads are tight or loose. I don't know. It's a different style. And of course it's, we don't want to move. That's fine. Okay. No. I'm not seeing any life anywhere in the tractor from the gauges to anywhere, so I'm going to go on ahead and guess it's probably going to be that key switch unless these wouldn't do it. A safety maybe? I wonder. But it's not showing me any sign of life from the horn to the... I can't test the headlights because it doesn't have headlights or taillights. Unfortunately, that might be where we end this video. What else is there to do? I think for right now, I'm just desperately playing with it to see if it'll come back. It just feels real gummy. Almost like that key switch could be the problem. Here's another thing I want to know. Why doesn't that have a 4-prong key switch on it? It's got a 5. It should be a 4. That's interesting too. So, here it is actually a few days later. I had to think of some ideas to do with this. What I was thinking about doing was I really don't want to get into that wiring just yet. I kind of want to hold off on that for a little while. One thing I did notice about this tractor that is not right is I don't know if you can see it down there, but it has a 5-prong key switch and a 5-prong wiring harness. Now, the 5-prong key switch, I don't think they had that in 69. They had a 4-prong key switch, and they also had the 5-prong setup is what the Kohlers are supposed to have. My 68 has one in it, but that's because I put a Kohler engine in it. This one should have a 4-prong key switch in it for the solid state, so that's not right. So more than likely I'm going to end up doing some messing with this. I'm probably not going to completely rewire it, but I'm just going to try to get it running. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to try and see if we can turn this engine over with a drill. What I'm going to do is I'm going to disconnect the voltage regulator. And once I disconnect that voltage regulator, the kill will be disconnected from this, and this won't be grounded anymore, because with it where it is, it's grounded out currently on the key switch, so it's not going to have spark. But if I pull this off of here, it'll unground it and it should give me spark. So that's what we're going to do next. If that don't work, then I'm going to pull that little thing off of there and we're going to find out what's going on with it. So let me get you guys back in the stand and we will take a good look at this thing. I think if I am correct, that should be a little bit bigger than an inch when it comes to that socket. I will find that out here in a little bit. Let me just go on ahead and pop this off of here along with this. I think this one right here is the kill lead, if I'm correct. Actually, wait a minute, that might not be the right one. I think it's this one. I think it's this lead right here actually that you unhook. I don't think this up here needs to be unhooked, but I'm sure we'll find out momentarily. So let's go on ahead and we will find out if I'm correct. I think I'm correct on that one. I've done it before, so let me grab a socket and a drill and we'll try turning this over. So apparently I do not have a socket big enough, but I did have a generator pulley and some baling twine. Are you guys thinking what I'm thinking when it comes to this? I'll give you a hint. There's little cutouts in here for rope, so you can pull start one of these engines. The problem with this is it's not fully bolted on there because the threads and the bolt holes in that flywheel are not quite perfect. So gonna have to leave it like that. Trust me, I've run them worse. So we're gonna run what we brung in this episode. We're just gonna run what we've currently got. I'm not gonna put a different flywheel on it or anything. I'm just gonna leave this one on it. So let's just go on ahead and run this around. And once we have it run around this pulley, we can try and see if it will start. Not start, but pull it over good. I need to put something on the end of this probably. Alright, ready? Here we go. Interesting. I might need something better. Let me grab a piece of rope here quick and I'll make a pull cord for it. So I went in the other room and I grabbed some rope. We're going to make a pull cord for this and just see how much we need. So, I feel like I have a thing around here that I could put in there. I don't like that being loose, but that's what we got. This seems to be wire wheeled and cleaned out. What way will that turn it over? That'll turn it the way I want. I don't think I turned it over the right way earlier. Okay, well right there is probably about all we want, so grab a pair of scissors or something. And we will cut this about right here. There we go. Take this and put it over here, and I'm going to grab something to put on the end of that. So I can pull it over. How's this? Nah. A little too big. Well, this might work. Here we go. Here's something we can use. We can use this. I'd rather not scratch the tractor if I can avoid it. So, there we go. Do that. We'll have pull it over. Let's find out, right? That don't turn over very well, does it? Let me grab that Allen wrench and see if I can tighten that down any better. I just don't like that pulley being like that. Let me bring you guys back once I do that, and then we'll fiddle with it a little bit more. I tightened that down a little bit better. Let's go on ahead and see if that makes it any more enjoyable. One thing I do need to check on this engine too is the oil. I know you're all probably wondering about when I'm going to check the oil, and I am going to check the oil. That should go on that way, like that. Alright, ready? There we go. I think that went over a little bit better. Let's go on ahead and continue on with it. Let's check the oil. Then we'll pull that spark plug out of it and we'll clean it up and we'll try testing it and see if it's got spark. Okay, let's go on ahead and check this oil. Grab a paper towel here quick. What do you guys think? I'm gonna go on ahead and guess it's probably dark, and it's probably below, it's probably in the hash marks, but maybe a little bit below. Ready? Oh, it don't look too bad. It actually looks okay. Well, it's in the hash marks and it's full. So I was wrong. It looks fairly clean. I wouldn't run home and tell the whole world about that, but it seems fairly clean. Don't smell like gas either, so it's a little bit below full. I take that back. So it is in the hash marks, like I said, just not as far as I thought it was going to be, or dark. So cool. What I'm going to do next, I think, is I'm going to pull that spark plug out and I'm going to take it up front and I'm going to clean it up real good with the wire wheel, then bring it back and we'll find out if it's got spark. Okay, let's go on ahead and pop this off of here. It is currently 6 o'clock in the morning, so hopefully later on when we test it for spark, you guys will be able to see it pretty good. Ready? It's still dark outside. We're going to have to do some fuel line work. Oh, that actually don't look too bad. That actually looks really clean. Take a look. That actually looks really clean. See that? That don't look too bad at all. It looks like it was honestly never run. It's got a little bit of marks on it saying it was run, but it don't look too bad at all. Then right here's our connector. It might not even need cleaned up. I'll clean it up anyways, just for reassurance. That looks a little bit better. That also has the thing underneath of it. Right there. So we'll clean that up too. There we go. Looks better. I would not be one bit surprised if I end up having to pull this solid state off of here, because it needs the bottom of it sanded down. Let's take this, So we'll point it towards the camera. I hope it gets good ground right there. We'll go on ahead and we'll zoom you guys into it. I'll get my rope wrapped around it and then start her up and see, not start it up, but turn the engine over and just see. I'm gonna move you guys instead. How it does. Let me get this wrapped around it and then I will bring you guys in. We'll try spinning it over and we'll see if it's got spark. Okay, are you guys ready? Let me shut this light off in here. And never mind. Let's check it. Ready? I don't know if you guys saw anything or not, but I know I didn't. So, that's not good. Let's try it one more time. I'll have to watch the camera that I just bumped. Check it here in a bit and make sure it's okay. Okay. Right there. You guys ready to see if it's got spark? There we go. No spark. Okay, so let's go on ahead and we will advance to probably popping that off of there. More than likely that solid state is going to have to come off. We got to find out what's wrong with it. So let's pop that off here real quick. I think I have another one of these around here somewhere if it ends up needing a new one. It could possibly be burned out, but you never know. Okay, let's take a look at this guy and just see what we need to do. That surprises me that turned. That needs to come off. Damn it, I'll have to go over there and get that. Adjustment, as far as I know, doesn't matter on these. I've never had one give me a fit because I didn't adjust it. So what size is this? This is probably 3/8 right here. There's a bolt, a nut right here with a wire. I'm gonna grab a 3/8 inch. That's what I'm gonna guess that is. Okay, let's go on ahead and try this out. I also popped another battery in the camera. And let's see if I am correct that this is the size that we need. No, a little bit smaller. Okay, let's pop this guy off of here. Still no. Interesting. Still not the correct size. I doubt this will work, but I went in there and I grabbed a 10mm wrench just to see if that would be it. No, apparently not. What size socket are these? Well, we got a fix for that problem. It's gonna come off there either way. One way or another, it will come off. It's just a question of in one piece or more than one piece. Just in my chair. You can see still? Yeah. There. That's better. I think I had my hand in the camera the whole time. Still don't want to come off there by hand. There we go. Okay, that is off there now. Let me put this on. We'll probably end up bringing the wire wheel in here too and cleaning up the contact points on this, yeah. Yeah, we'll clean them up too. I mean, that don't look too bad. That looks okay to me. Clean that up just a little bit, and we'll also clean this right here. This is just a kill. This is where the kill wire goes to. That goes up to the engine, or to the key switch. It grounds out right here. So then this goes to ground, and this doesn't make power anymore. That's what this is right here. This I really wouldn't worry about. But if you want to kill your engine, then you better have this on there. So is there anything else? I do not think so. So let's go on ahead and I'll take this up front and I'll clean it. Then I'll also grab a wire wheel and we'll clean this out down here too. Then once I get that done, I will bring you guys back. I really don't think it'll help any way, shape, or form, but I went ahead and I did that on them. So we're gonna see if it's gonna have spark now or not. Oh, you know what? I forgot to hook up or ground this. Not ground, clean that up. I have a feeling this engine may have a problem with the head gasket, right? You can see right here. It looks like it's got some head gasket trouble, so that might not be a good thing. Let me take this back in there and clean that ground leak. I went there and I cleaned that up. Let's put this ground wire on first. This actually seems kind of questionable to me. I almost wonder if I should put some electrical tape or something over that, because that might touch the cylinder wall and end up grinding it out. Maybe, maybe not again, so we'll see. Let's put that right there. So we'll make that, I think I want that facing like that. That's how I want it. So, you know, if I had a wrench or a smaller of these, that would be pretty well preferred, but I gotta make what I have. So let's see. Let me grab a Phillips screwdriver, and we'll. I still think I'm gonna end up having to put some electrical tape on that, just because that's that or a different kill wire. I really don't trust that too well, because I feel like this is gonna ground on everything, so I don't know, we'll see. It's probably what the problem is grounding on everything. Well, I take that back. I don't know what this is made out of. I think this is made out of metal. I think it might be made out of aluminum. Quite possibly made of aluminum. But aluminum is a conductor when it comes to electricity. Might be, might not be. I don't think it is. I mean, I think it is. I think it's a conductor of electricity. It may or may not be. Come on, damn it, go in there. Why that won't do it. I like having that there, but you piece of shit. There we go. Now, let's try that. There we go, look at that. Now it wants to work. And we'll get you lined up right there. You stupid. Damn it. Where'd that go? That goes underneath all the way, and we're gonna have problems. That's just full of shit. I don't smell rat piss, but I'm sure there's quite a bit of it down there. Let's turn that. I wonder if it's got any spark. Any sparky. Yeah. I think it's because this is. No, it's not. I don't know. How tight do I have these? There we go. I don't want it to quite hit. Put it right there. I don't want it to hit, but I want it to be high enough or low enough where it actually gets a contact. That might work right there. Might need to go a little bit faster. Let's go on ahead and we'll try that. And if we have a problem, I'm going to suspect it's that wire. Not sure what I'll do from there. I'll probably end up taking that off. It could be that wire, it could be a whole bunch of the different things on that right now. Once again, so. Damn it. I'm not trying to get it to start right now, but I just want to know if it's got sparks. So let me go on ahead and put this around like that. And I'll get you guys set up where you can see the plug. And once I do that, I will take, how about you go away? Fly was bothering me. Then we'll take and we'll try it out and we'll see if it's got a spark. Okay, let's go on ahead and try this out. Let me put this so I can see it on the camera. There we go. Shut the light off. And we'll go on ahead and pull it over. Ready? Here we go. I couldn't see it, so I can't tell you whether it had spark or not. I'm going to guess it didn't. Ready? Here we go. No spark. I wish I had a... Supposedly these engines are supposed to have a compression release. Supposedly under a certain number of RPM. I wonder if this one has that or not. Ready? That was a good pull. I couldn't tell if it did or not. I'm gonna have to look over the camera. So I'll bring you guys back once I have figured it out. Okay, again, no spark. So what I am almost considering it is this right here, this plate might not be grounded, that or it's not getting a good signal to ground. So I'm probably going to end up just dribbling a little bit of gas in the cylinder and pull it over and see if it decides it wants to fire or it doesn't. If it doesn't fire, that means probably no spark. If it fires, then that means we may have sparks. Let me grab some fuel. This is two-stroke gas right here. For those of you who are new, I use two-stroke gas in these engines that have been setting, because you really never know how long they've been setting. So sometimes they just need a little help of oil to help them free up a little bit. Because this one at the beginning was kind of stiff, and then once I started pulling it over a little bit, it kind of came back. So cylinder don't look all that good. I may end up having to pull this head off anyway. Taking a look under there. I'm not going to tighten that down, it's fine how it is. Actually, maybe it is. Ready? Let's find out if this thing will go or not. Bring you guys back a little bit. Ready? Let's find out. I'm going to go on ahead and guess it's probably not going to take off. It's probably not going to start. The ground is disconnected, so not disconnected, but it is on there. But at the same time, it is ungrounded from right here, here, and there. So it shouldn't do anything. There's no other wires going to it. Damn it. So, ready? Let's let her go. I'll give it one more good pull. Ready? Let's give it one more good pull. It may end up being the spark plug. Ready? Did you guys see that? Maybe it is firing. Let's give it one more good pull. And if it doesn't fire over for this pull, then we may have trouble, we may not. Ready? One more. No, okay. So, let me disconnect that ground lead. I'm almost wondering if that's the cause. And while I'm doing that, I'll probably end up putting more fuel in it. Disconnect this. This ground wire just kind of has me wondering anyway, so. Again, I don't know if I'm going to end up keeping this engine or not, so. I am going to end up washing it though, that is for sure. I wonder what it could be. It's wet, so it should have took off. Let me grab another spark plug. Went in there and I grabbed a different plug. We'll put this plug, actually we'll put some fuel in there now that I'm thinking about that. We'll put some fuel in there and then we'll try pulling it over and we'll see if it's got spark. Up next for this tractor I think is going to be a wash. I'm going to end up washing it off. There we go. Maybe that'll be enough. Ready? Put that off. I have not gone into this very far, so I don't know if it's got valve problems or not. So, you guys' guess is as good as mine when it comes to that. I don't think it does, but you never know. It was pulled, it was parted for a reason. It even just could be it lost spark, so again, you really don't know until you get into it and start looking at it. So I'm probably going to end up having to replace that to get it to run. Let's try that. Ready? It seems like it's wanting to. It's not turning over very easy either. I've noticed. It seems like it's kind of stiff. And it's not because of compression. I think it's because of setting, probably. That could be it. Ready? Let's give it another pull. No. Okay. I'm gonna go on ahead and suspect this right here is probably our problem. I don't know how to test one of them other than put it on an engine, pull it over, and see if it works or not. So I think I'm just going to go on ahead and probably put another one of those on it. I'm not going to do that just yet because, like I said previously, this is not quite mine yet. It is here, but it's not mine just yet, so I'm not going to put anything on it just in case I end up having to return it. So that's the plan for right now. I am going to end up washing it, however. It's going to get a pretty good bath up around here, down there. So I think that'll be next. It is a little bit early, like I said though, so I'm not going to do that just yet. I'll bring you guys back here in a little bit. I got to decide what I'm going to do here. So yeah. See that back here behind the trees? That, my friends, is the sun coming up. See? That's either, actually that could be the moon or a different planet. But whatever, that's either the sun or the moon. I think that's the sun, because the sun does come up over there, so how cool is that? You can kind of see it out the window right here. It's come up quite a bit more since before. It's either the sun, the moon, or another planet. I'm not sure. Isn't that cool?
Winterland, tell me all your secrets. Fill me in on your wildest moments. Colored trees, your yellow leaves move me. Dancing roofs, your painted red shakes the room. When I get there, I'll let my feet roll. When I get there, I'll break in your arms, I'll lose control. When I get there, I'll know the answer. Let me know when I get closer. Winterland, you're my sailing ship. Guide me in when you head for your trip. Right out of this wicked black and into bright sand. Straight towards the warm sun and into his hands. When I get there, I'll let my feet roll. When I get there, I'll break in your arms, I'll lose control. When I get there, I'll know the answer. Let me know when I get closer. Winterland, whisper in my ear, make my troubles all disappear. Way on this wicked black, I'll feel the soft sand. Right under the warm sun and in his hands. When I get there, I'll let my feet roll. When I get there, I'll break in your arms, I'll lose control. When I get there, I'll know the answer. Let me know when I get closer. When I get closer. Let me know when I get closer. Open up the sky for me. When you say I'll dig much deeper, I will shout. Let me know when I get closer. Open up the sky for me. When you say I'll dig much deeper, I will shout. Loud. When I get there, I'll know the answer. Let me know when I get closer.
Okay, everybody. So where we left off last was we were washing the 112, and I took it out and I washed it, and I brought it back in to let it dry. It is actually a couple days later. I am still currently on the hunt for a front grille and a headlight bezel. For this, I'm not looking for headlights, I'm just looking for a blank headlight bezel. So if anybody has one, let me know, a headlight bezel or a grill. I might have a grill around here somewhere I can throw in it. Like I said, I'm not quite sure. Engine, I did throw the front cover back on it because my buddy came over and we took a picture with the tractor along with all the other tractors. I'm going to put the pictures here. What I still need to do is I need to figure out the engine, what is up with the engine. I have the solid state sitting over there on the chair. that I am going to throw on this tractor and see if we can get it to have spark. Under the hood, the battery is still sitting in it. Everything is the same as the last time you guys saw it, all except for it is a lot cleaner now. And the cover is back on the engine, and I think that is about it. And I just put air in the tires too. So what I think we're going to do in this video is I am going to pull that solid state out, and we're going to put the other coil on here. And I'm going to leave that spark plug on. We're going to find out what is going on with this engine. We're going to find out what's going on with this. Will it run or not? If it'll run, I am going to end up pulling this carburetor off. I'm going to find out if this is one of the newer carburetors or if it's an older carburetor. If it's one of the newer carburetors that does not require me to put a new service jet in it, I will clean it. If this is one of the older carburetors that requires you to put a service jet in it, I'm going to put a new carburetor on it, because those service jet carburetors are hard to find parts for that, and I already have a new carburetor around here somewhere. I also have a new starter I can throw on it. Later on in the video, I have a couple snowblowers for sale, and I also have a 140 sitting out in the front yard for sale. The 140 is not mine, but the two snowblowers are. If anybody's interested or looking for a 140, my buddy is selling the 140. Give him a call. I will go show you guys them here in a little bit, and I've got a couple snowblowers out there. If anybody is interested at all, leave me a comment down below and I will get in touch with you on that. Let's go on ahead and we will put the solid state on this engine. Actually, I think this video is getting a little bit long, so I think I'm just going to leave the video right here where it is. We will continue on with this later. What do you guys think? Let me know what your thoughts are on this engine, on this tractor, what you guys think we should do with it. We just uploaded the video that we did on this tractor where we had it hanging from the forklift on my buddy's channel. I'll put a picture and I'll leave a link to it in the description. So thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I really appreciate all of you guys for watching my videos and subscribing and leaving comments. I really enjoy reading comments on the videos that you guys leave. I know I talk about it a lot, but make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, because 97%, actually 95% of you guys who watch my videos are not subscribed. So please consider hitting that subscribe button, because it tells YouTube that I exist, and it also tells them that I do a good job at my videos and that I need more views. More people watching, more people who like the video and share the video or subscribe to the channel, it'll help other people on YouTube or on the internet trying to figure out how to fix their tractor, or if they have a no spark problem, or if they're trying to replace a starter and they're trying to find out how, like the one video that I did on my LT133, they can go on there and see how to replace the starter, and then they can go replace their starter. Or if they need to replace a coil or just want to see me get a tractor running, they can come to the channel and they can watch. So thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you all in the next video. Until then, stay tuned. Here's that 140 I was telling you guys about. As you can see, this is my buddy's 140, and the snowblower is sitting right there, and the snowblower sitting right here are mine. It's an H3. It's a 1972. It's got a mower deck. I think the mower deck is seized up though. He's got this listed for $600. That's how much money he's put into it. It does run, but it doesn't run very good. We had the carburetor cleaned on it. I am going to try to mess with it a little bit and see if I can get it to run better. Because currently I have it sitting on extensions for my Bobcat, so I can bring it out here. I'd like to be able to drive it back and forth and instead of having to haul it out here with the Bobcat. The snow blowers, I can do that. And then here's the snow blower up a front view. And here's the snow blower. This is a round fender snow blower, as you can see. So, and then here's the 140. Here's some information on the 140. Phone number to call. It's an H3, like I said.